Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Sunderman, and this is American Truck Simulator. And I have just been disconnected from the internet. So that sucks. Hopefully Twitch will reconnect while I'm streaming, or while I'm trying to stream. It's still listed as being, well, you can't see that, actually. It's still listed as trying to reconnect right now, and I'm going to go with that. But I'm not going to stop playing because, you know, it's a forward progression-y type game. Hopefully it'll reconnect and that won't be a big deal, but I will... as this big, giant red... what does that say? I can't read that on the preview thing. Oh no, it went away. Just in time for me to not see what it said. I'm pretty sure it's like, I can't connect to Restream chat because you are not on the internet, which is apparently the case. I am not on the internet. So it's still trying to reconnect, but in any event, I'm going to keep going. And we're going to see if it reconnects at some point. I will check in a little bit. I was going to run ads, but like no, there are no ads. So, all right, we are connecting the trailer.
Drive safe.
So this is just for you, YouTube. If I can't get reconnected, that is. Stream has disconnected, attempting to reconnect. I'm leaving it attempting to reconnect.
Turn right.
Alright. So, I might explain why I was having a lower viewer count right there at the end, suddenly. It might just be that people were getting disconnected from Twitch. But I appear to have lost the entire internet, so it's not just a Twitch thing right now. We're going to see if reconnection occurs. I mean, it's not like I didn't notice, right? I noticed immediately. But, I don't know. Twitch, what are you going to do? Alright, we are saying that stop signs are optional. Dr. Wellness was asking me about playing Supernatural games, video games. I don't know if there is a Supernatural video game. I don't think there is. But I can look into that. But yes, I did say to her, and well to anyone else, that if you'd be interested in watching me play a game on stream, purchasing it for me will definitely make that happen. If the game is terrible, I might not continue to play it, but I will give it a good chunk of my time because, I mean, you put money into it, right? That's money into me. That's money into actual streaming, and that would be really cool. That's how I work, right? I'm trying to make sure that I am pleasing the audience, and if the audience says, I'm going to buy you this game because I want you to play it, then I'm going to be like, yeah, okay. At least while I'm small, you know? I don't expect to be big by the time you're first seeing this on YouTube. Maybe if you're watching it later in 2028 or something and I'm still able to do this, then that'll be a different story. But for right now in 2021, yeah. If I got so popular, people just sending me games all the time, then I would have to pick and choose at that point. But yeah, I don't want this to be any weirder than a conversation it already is. But yeah, that's...
Go straight on.
Obviously, I want to play games you guys want to see me play. And if you're going to go so far as to purchase me games so that I'll play them, then I'll play them. I've already forgot where we're on the way to, but we are trying to get to Tucson, Arizona at some point here in the near future. We have the money to purchase a new warehouse, which we're going to do. And we also have mostly the money. We will definitely have the money by the time we get there to be able to purchase a brand new truck and a driver to go with it. We are currently going off the cheapest trucks because they're doing okay on getting us money. But maybe what we... Oh, and one of the achievements is for maxing out a garage. Obviously, I think it makes the most sense to try and max out the original garage. I just got a router message that says unable to connect to the internet. After this particular recording, I will obviously pause what I'm doing and see about contacting the internet service provider. I figured I would just give it a few minutes to see if it would reconnect, and it doesn't appear to be doing that. If anybody's wondering, yes, I did pay for the internet on time. I paid for everything on time. I've paid for everything on time for the 10.5 years that we've lived here, except for twice. And one of those times was completely an internet problem. I was away with family, and I was unaware that the poor connection of the wireless in the place that we were staying had made it so that my final clicks on power, and I think just power, maybe it was internet, didn't actually go all the way through like I thought it did. And so when I got a late notification, I was like, what the hell are you talking late notification? I paid everything, and I paid it all on time. And so called them up, figured out what was going on, and most companies will let you slide one time. So that was my one slide with the power company. And the other time, I'm very ashamed to say that even at my age, I'd never done before, to the best of my recollection, but happened when when the Nintendo Switch and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out. I had all the money in my account to pay all the bills, and I just got so engrossed in Breath of the Wild that I literally just neglected to pay bills. Like, I just didn't pay the rent. And well, we have a rule in the apartment that's only come up a handful of times, which is if you're the reason the rent is late, you have to pay the entire fee, which is fair, but it was still like, I still ended up paying, like, whoa. What's up with this guy? I'm gonna keep my high beams on you, fucker. Sure, pass me because I'm not going fast and we're on a dotted line, but, like, don't cut me off. At least he sped the hell up, too, while we were at it. In any event, yeah, totally ashamed of that a video game kept me from adulting. Like, that I just didn't properly pay for bills, even though all the money was in the account from everyone, including myself, to be able to pay the bills. I didn't. I zoned out for like 2 days, right? It was like a $150 fee, so it was like I paid $600 for a Nintendo Switch and Zelda. That's because of my portion of rent, obviously. Portion of rent I will not be able to pay soon, because a roommate is moving out. Still attempting to reconnect. Yes, I turned off my high beams for that person on the left lane, but I'm keeping my high beams on for this jerk-off in front of me. Let's see here. Says 7 hours to destination. Roughly 7 hours to sleep. So, let's go ahead and plan our route so that we need to be stopping for rest at some point. I hate that spot. I don't even want to go through that spot. Hold on. Is that on the correct side of the road? Not really. That's not that far away. Let's do that. We'll rest just past Ellie. Yes, the internet is still out, and Steam is, it's still attempting to reconnect me. Okay. Man, Breath of the Wild was so good. I am tentatively looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2, but at the same time, like Breath of the Wild is probably my third favorite Zelda at this point. And for a long time I debated whether it should become first, but I have a special place in my heart for A Link to the Past. Man, this impatient guy is still passing more guys. Driving into the sun up. But yeah. Basically it goes Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, followed by A Link Between Worlds, followed by Breath of the Wild. And A Link Between Worlds is really good. It's probably overall the most... I mean, it's definitely the most solid modern Zelda game. Breath of the Wild, you know, because of its wild nature, it lacks for, like...
Get ready to turn left.
I don't know, direction, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I like playing the newer Assassin's Creed games with like the purposeful directions off, because they're pretty good about, you want to go into this area and you want to be near this lake, and you're looking for something that's to the southwest of this or whatever. And I like those more vague directions because it allows me to get lost in the world, which I enjoy. And I still would have preferred there to be something more like that in Breath of the Wild. And, you know, everybody at some point or another hates the weapon breakings and the stamina, and I don't know that I do. In fact, I definitely don't hate it. But I will say that not having a way to get past it by future gameplay is unfortunate. Like, that there's not a way to magically imbue your weapons so that you don't have to repair them anymore, or that other skills that you could do could, like, better improve your chances of, like, I don't know, doing... I don't know, something, right? Maybe a crafting system? Dude, you should not be passing me in a turn. I don't care that it is a dotted line, that's not right. Maybe if there was a way to, like, because you can craft other items in the game, maybe if there was a better way of, like, a way of crafting actual weapons, that would be pretty excellent. Then at least while you're going along and fighting, you could, Is there a repair system in Breath of the Wild? I don't think there is. Is there? It's one of the things that you have in Valheim. In Valheim, repair, like, you do break your weapons to break your items to the point where you can't use them anymore. But at least in the current iteration, and keep in mind, it is currently in early access, so if you're listening to this years later, it may not be true when you're playing the final game. But currently, it doesn't cost you anything to repair the weapons, and the only thing that happens from damage and degradation of the weapon itself is that if it bottoms out to 0, you just can't use that item anymore. But that item still exists and sits in your inventory, so you can always fix it even from completely broken. Oh, looks like we got some construction, and I got a red light. Once again, anybody who is watching these videos later, I am attempting to get better at breaking them up into half-hour or less chunks. I was expecting that to take a good period of time, which it did not. But just saying, this trip is pretty long, so I'm not going to know exactly where this cut is going to be. It may have already happened. Hopefully it didn't. hopefully me talking about it now will be more relevant if it's before the cut. But without the actual... Oh, I do have a recording timer, so I'm about 15 minutes in, so it's very unlikely that there's a cut. This video probably overall is going to be 45 minutes to an hour, which means the cut will probably be in 10 to 15 minutes from now, if I'm doing half-hour chunks. I'm gonna have to actually, like, go into my Blender and make an animated intro and outro. Something short to denote I did not naturally do the intro and outro, that I had to add it later. I like how that thing is telling me to slow down to 60 miles an hour when I haven't made it to 60 miles an hour yet. Let's see, what do we got coming up? Alright, we'll have a left-hand turn in Ellie. That one says to slow down to 45, though. Let's see if a train shows up, because it could. Oh shit, wait. I actually want to slow down for railroad tracks because they could damage the vehicle, right? Totally forgot about that. I was about to say for anybody watching live, but nobody's watching live this time because the internet went out. Alright. So let's talk about this, YouTube. Let's talk about it, okay?
And then turn left.
First of all, I appreciate you watching. Especially if you're watching in a playlist and you've only now gotten this far. Like,
Turn left.
I definitely want to be, like, entertaining to everyone, and there's a different mentality for doing stuff on stream as opposed to doing stuff on YouTube, and I'm trying to find a balance, you know, so I can do both. Because I want these videos, whenever you watch them, to be enjoyable when you watch them, but I still want to have, like, chat interaction, stuff like that, and it's not like I can afford an editor, right? Because then I'd play something like Valheim, and I'd have somebody chop up, 9 hours worth of video. Whoops. I was in the wrong gear. I'd have somebody chop up, like, 9 hours worth of video, and, turn it into, like, 1 or 2 half-hour, recordings of, like, interesting stuff about, like, the progression of the building, or we went off to go find a boss or whatever. And I think that would be pretty cool. Right now I'm just thinking about putting up the stream archives for if you want to watch it, but that's not for a lot of people. I'm somebody who watches stream archives of stuff, right? I just leave it playing, and then maybe when the person gets up and goes to the bathroom or something, takes a break for food, I'll get up and I'll tab forward on the arrow keys to fast forward. Like, if you watch stream archives, maybe put a comment below. If you watch stream archives of anything, not just my stuff, but, like, well, first of all, do you? Or do you not? Like, is it not interesting to you to, like, just have a really long-form video? Because a lot of my friends who are helping me trying to, reach out, give me advice and feedback, talk about their preferred video length on YouTube and stuff like that. And everybody's short, right? Like, I kind of want a video to be as long as it needs to be for it to be engaging, and I don't really care if it's 20 minutes or 3 hours. I am a lot less likely to, watch something that's 3 hours from somebody I don't know, but, like, I've watched Movie Bob's Really That Good series, which are usually very long, including like the one about Batman v Superman, which is actually really that bad. Each one of those videos is like an hour long, and I think they total for a longer runtime than the movie itself, which is a 3.5-hour movie, and I've watched it like 3 times. And you know, that doesn't even include like Dragon Ball Z Abridged and stuff like that. Like, those are, I mean, those started a lot shorter, right? And those are probably closer to half-hour episodes. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean, what I'm trying to say is I'm more likely to watch for longer when it's somebody that's they're of interest to me, or what they talk about is interest to me. But, like, I don't know what I have to talk about that's of interest to you. If I were to just sit talking about RPG games that I've run, played in, or considered building in RPG Maker or Sugar Cube Twine or whatever, I mean, I'll do it because, you know, you need to talk about something constantly when you're streaming. But is that interesting to you? I don't know. I'm gonna start, I might start outsourcing the American Truck Simulator stuff so that I might have, like, actual friends on stream with me talking about what's going on. Alright, let me see here. The creator of this particular music track, in case you didn't know, is the same person who did, like, the Unicorn song, and I think Harry Potter Puppet Pals, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Neil Sierra or something. I'm sorry, that's not his name. I don't remember his name. All right, let's double check. Okay, they need this in like 23 hours. So we're good. We're gonna come up here ahead and we're gonna come into the rest area. And then we're just gonna press forward. I don't even have to look over at Twitch and run an ad because, you know, there's no twitching happening. If this video ends up being closer to 45 minutes, though, I'm probably just going to leave it as is. I don't know, guys. Comment below. What do you think? Would you rather have a single 45-minute video if it's 45 minutes? Or would you rather have two 22-ish minute long videos? The song is called Wow Wow, but I think you can see that above my head, actually. You know what? I just had a horror thought. 1 second. Because I can't see the screen. Okay. I just had a moment of... Am I actually full screen the game? Otherwise, this entire recording is wasted. It's not like that's never happened before. It is still attempting to reconnect. I will always remember this upcoming curve because the game totally screwed me previously with this curve. Or rather, by not giving me this curve. If you're watching the playlist, this is that same little town that the game was like, hey, why don't you come to a stop and then go through this intersection, and then come to a stop and go through this intersection. All that rather than traveling around the curve. Like, that's the town right there, right? And that's where it wanted me to come out. Rather than traveling that, like, I don't know, geographically, is this... I guess this is probably a little longer? And maybe there's some concern about the sharpness of this curve right here? But it's daylight, nobody else is on this road, so I can take a little bit of my half out of the middle. And that's where it had me go in, and then I think I bumped into a cop car or something. Like, I let go of the... It had me come to a stop, I think. And then I had to press on the brakes, and then I forgot to, and I rolled backwards and bumped a cop. So Double Fine. Not Double Fine Productions. I don't know if I've ever played a game by Double Fine Productions. I love Thunderstruck's one of my favorite songs. I used to listen to it all the time before playing my character Random Access Violence of War of the Apocalypse. He was a Glasswalker born a Shadow Lord, and then, eventually he became a Shadow Lord because it looked like the tribe was falling into the thrall of the Weaver in that game. So, like, nope, eject, getting out. Got a vehicle approaching me very far away in the back. I don't know if they're going to try and pass me. Did I miss my turn? I did. I did miss my turn. Alright, I'm going to take the next... How did I miss that? Alright, so gas station area here. I assume slowing down for town? Yeah. Well, we're going to take whatever the next rest area is up ahead. Speed trap, what are you going to do? Do 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 do. Let's see here. Don't get me wrong. I can probably press forward and, like, driving to the next destination is not as hard. I just... in character, I'm gonna get in trouble for being too tired. And I got plenty of time to take a rest. So in any event, yes. I do play War of the Apocalypse. Oh, that's a problem. I do play War of the Apocalypse, including War of the Apocalypse Earthblood, which is the first actually published War of the Apocalypse video game, except for the text adventure game, which I should probably play. Which I have in my Steam library, and I should definitely play, actually. But, where are you? You drove up on me. Alright, Elizabeth got money. So I got a fine on this trip, because I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Speed trap of a small town, what are you gonna do? That gate is closed. I'm gonna go in the out, cop. You gonna give me a fine for that? Alright, we're gonna rest this off. This has been Improvision Entertainment presents American Truck Simulator. I've been Hunterman, and I will see you in the future.